I often meet players who can improvise convincingly when they're sticking to one sound or one scale, but as soon as they try to follow the harmony more closely, they hit a wall. Their lines become fragmented, like every time the chords change, they have to reset, throw away what they were playing, and start again. In this video, I want to show you a simple practice game designed to fix exactly that problem. It's very simple to get started with, and once you understand how this game works, you can return to it in your practice again and again and apply it to any tune. Today we're going to play the game on a blues in concert B flat. That's C for B flat instruments like trumpet or tenor saxophone, G for E flat instruments like alto sax like me, and F if you happen to be playing French horn. The blues we're using has only got 3 chords in it, and it's the exact same sequence I used in my form finder game. So if you already know that one, this will feel familiar. To keep things simple, from this point on, I'm going to describe the form using numbers instead of chord names. Don't worry if you're not sure, I've made a free PDF that lays this all out clearly, and it includes full details of the game as well as which notes to use, whichever instrument you're playing. So the full sequence goes 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1. Before we go any further and before you play this game, it's worth memorizing that pattern. If you're new to this, I'd strongly recommend checking out the Form Finder game video first. I'll link that below. I call this game Stay on Target, and the idea is really simple. For each chord, we choose one target note to aim for. While the harmony moves around us, our job is to stay locked on to those target notes. The secret is that we choose targets that are really close to each other. That way, we can take a path that weaves through the chord changes. And when they change, you only need to make a tiny course correction, not a complete reset. On chord 1, our target note is concert D. On chord 4, our target note is concert D flat. Notice how close that is to our first target. It's just one semitone or a half step lower. That closeness is what's going to allow our lines to slip seamlessly from one chord to the next once we get going. On chord 5, our target note is concert E flat. And now we have 3 target notes. So remember the form. Our targets follow the exact same pattern and change in all the same places. To play this game, you'll need a backing track. Any 12-bar blues in concert B flat will work. And I'm also going to make a guided play-along video where I'll leave plenty of space for you to try this yourself, and we'll walk through the levels together step by step. Put your backing track on and play the correct target note at the start of every bar. Once that feels relaxed and the targets feel obvious, then you're ready for level 1. In level 1, we start making music straight away. The goal here is to improvise rhythmically using the target notes. The only rule is that you must be using the correct target note over the correct chord. Other than that, you're free. You don't have to play all the time. Don't forget to leave space, to listen, let your phrases breathe, and give yourself time to prepare as the targets change. Okay, here's what level 1 might sound like. In level 2, we introduce an extra note. This note stays the same all the way through the form, and that note is concert F. The transpositions are on the screen. You can use this note at any time. It's like a steady line that runs straight through the form alongside your moving targets. So now, on chord 1, you'll have 2 notes that you can play. On chord 4, you've got these 2 notes. And on chord 5, these two. And this is what level 2 might sound like. Here's an optional bonus challenge. Whatever idea you play in the first bar of the form, try to repeat the same idea as the chords change, adjusting it to fit the new target notes. So if you started with something like this, when the target changes, it will become, and then eventually, you can vary it slightly if you like, experiment with the rhythm, but you've got to keep the shape recognizable and keep adjusting it so that you stay on target. It might sound like this. If you're familiar with the dominant chords we're using, you might notice that all of our target notes are thirds and sevenths, and we're moving from thirds to sevenths and back. We're always alternating between thirds and sevenths. Now, if you're not at the stage yet where that makes sense, don't worry. You don't need to know what that means to play the game. And even if you do, I don't want you to be thinking about that while you play. This game is about training your ears and your creative instincts. It's not about thinking about theory. But if you ever want to play this game on another chord sequence and you need to pick some target notes, that is a really handy bit of information to know. Thirds and sevenths are often brilliant choices for this, and they have some special properties that are brilliant for linking chords together. In level 3, we introduce another steady note. This note also stays the same all the way through the form. The new note is concert G. So now you have 3 notes available on each chord. On chord 1, on chord 4, and on chord 5, this is what it could sound like. There are a lot more levels to this game and lots more possibilities. I've laid out the next few levels of what we started here in the PDF, adding more notes to the notes we've been using, and I will revisit this idea again in future videos. For now, spend plenty of time with levels 1 to 3. They might look simple on the surface, but remember, the goal isn't to complete the levels. The goal is to stay with them long enough that you start to hear the targets moving naturally without thinking about chords and without thinking about notes. It takes time, and it's not something that you finish in one practice session. Keep revisiting it and see how it evolves as the sounds work their way into your subconscious. Don't forget to check out the guided play-along video if you want to try this out for yourself. I make weekly videos on this channel with practical ideas to help you develop your instincts as an improviser, using your ears first, with guided play-along sessions and practice games that you can apply to any tune. If you found this useful, subscribe and let me know in the comments how you got on with the game. Thanks for watching.